And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the New York Giants. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Hands up! Unity! 54 mark. Hey, watch your leg! Hands up!
A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. The 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Tyreek Hill, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Dalton operating in the red zone now. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Andy Dalton. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
That's fielded in the end zone.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 24-yard line.
Come on. 180. Watch the slats. Watch the slats. Check. Hey.
They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Trubisky. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. A first down carry by Elliott. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. From the 30 on 2nd down, Trubisky over the middle. He finds Pettis complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 27 yards there, a first down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he's going to ball his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. Here you go.
On 2nd down and 4, Dalton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
This is something that we expected to see. McCaffrey used out of the backfield. 107 catches in 2018, the most in one season by an NFL running back.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
To throw again on 2nd down. Dalton, man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Dalton going to break the huddle, come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Another chance for Dalton. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Passing, it's Dalton. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. On that one, it leads to third down. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kiki QT. His second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Yeah, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Draw play, Elliott. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, Trubisky. The catch is made by Riley Ridley. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 33.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll run on first down. It's Elliott. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Justin Pugh, the left guard that time with a flag. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They go play action. Trubisky gets this one left side to Pettis. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal.
Switch.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
From the shotgun again to Elliott. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? Third and goal. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. James Washington, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Back down the return. The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. And Dalton to throw. They set up the screen to Penny. And he's got room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Vikings.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Shifts past him at the 45. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
And the Vikings first down.
Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up second
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable second and 1. To throw here, Dalton gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Dalton going to break the huddle, come up first and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Play fake. Here's Dalton. And the pressure gets to him again. Geno Atkins got home that time.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went back. And he's going to go down again. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On fourth down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Back deep, Michael Campanaro.
The Giants take over first and 10.
Let's go! Let's go!
2-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
It's a pickup of 3.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Here's Trubisky. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now Trubisky, and unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Watch out for Hill on the return, and shedding through the tackle. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Here we go. You go take. You go take.
Throwing, Dalton. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Geno Atkins getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on third down.
Here we go.
And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Third and long. What will Dalton dial up? Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Geno Atkins able to record his 5th sack of the season. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a 1-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
At the 6-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the curl. Slant. Check the hot read.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. On first down, it's Elliott, and he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now it's Trubisky. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the pistol, here's Elliott. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Here's Hill on the return. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. By the way, 3rd quarter now in Cincinnati as we take a look at the NFL scoreboard. And the Cardinals scoring again. They've got that one in cruise control. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Dalton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Dalton here from the gun. He is going to find Hill here. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 1st and 10 for Dalton. 20! And complete over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
First down.
Hands up. Leave.
Mike 54.
Dalton operating in the red zone now. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to run with McCaffrey, and this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Dalton now to pass. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Andy Dalton with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I'm talking about offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3/4. And it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick.
Well, you're trailing. It's the 4th quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Lead. 54 Mike. I got him.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Hey, Hutch, baby!
Mark 54.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Hey, Hutch!
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. From 21 yards away. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. To try again after the sack. Trubisky got an open man. It's Washington. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Trubisky now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 2nd and 10. It's Trubisky again. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now it's Trubisky. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally, because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
Lock in, lock in.
Hey, check. 3 down. Kill.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have that feeling that has to be the best. You just go out and complete control of this game here for hopefully one final possession.
And it's a culmination of preparation that began with something along the lines from the head coach of, we're going to win this weekend, and here's how we're going to get it done. And covered all the details that went into it. They practiced them. They went over them. They tweaked the game plan as the week went on. And to find it all coming together and see it finish this way,
makes them happy.
Oh, that's satisfying for them.
Yeah, they were very, very good. Now the last stages of this one. On the NFL scoreboard, they've gone to the 4th in Cincinnati. And the Cardinals continuing to surge. They've scored again. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
A loss of a yard brings up 4th down.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Vikings, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.